Hey everybody, I'm Coach Eli and welcome to Movement Revolution at Home. For today's class, we are going to be focusing on ankle mobility and walking patterns. To begin though, we are going to start with a quick warm-up. So we are going to start with some power motions. The first one being power-ups. So for power-ups, we're reaching down towards the floor, opening that chest up nice and big. Huge motions here. You can also perform these sitting down. So we are going to do 10 of them to start. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, make big voices. 2, 3, keep it going. 4, 5, there we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next motion, we're going to do our power twists. Working on that big rotation, always ending with both our legs wide and our arms. If you're sitting down, you're doing the trunk mobility here. So rotating just that upper body while sitting down. We are doing 10 of these as well. Hey, everybody ready? And go. 1, 2, 3. Big voices. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Last thing for the warm-up. We are going to do side lunges. We're going to do 5 on each side. So a side lunge, we're going to go big arms with this one as well. One leg staying straight, the other one bending as that arm's going big. Come back to the center, and we're going to alternate. If you're sitting down, sitting on the edge of that chair, we're going to go step outs. Still wide, big steps, huge chest. 5 each side. You guys ready? 1. There you go. 2. Make sure you keep that chest up. 3. 4. There we go. Last one. 5. And the other side. Very nice. So walking patterns are very important to our daily lives. However, there are very small motions that actually go into walking. So for today's exercises, if you guys have a chair nearby, that actually would be very helpful later on. Additionally, if you have a counter, a table, any surface that's kind of helping you stabilize can be very beneficial if you don't feel very confident or comfortable walking on your own. Also, having somebody else nearby can always be helpful. So we always want to be safe and confident when we're taking these steps. That is the key to our big motions here. So first thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to be breaking down our walking pattern. So taking a step. What goes into taking a step? First thing, calf raises or heel raises. They can be called both things. So from the front, and like you just saw from the side. You can also do them sitting down. Again, if you're doing them sitting down, tall posture. Up nice and tall, raising those toes. Raising those heels up. Going onto those toes. We are going to do 12 of them to start. So, first thing, heel raise. Ready? We got 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, keep them slow, don't go fast. 4, 5, the slower the more controlled they are. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Very nice. The next thing, this is going to be where that chair might be really helpful, or even sitting down for these. We are going to go toe raises, meaning I'm going to show these from the side first. You're going up onto those heels, lifting those toes off the floor. This is why that chair can be beneficial to help stabilize. So you can really focus on lifting those toes up, getting some space under those feet. These are important for when we walk. Calf raises or heel raises are what we push off of. That's a calf raise right there. However, when we go to take that step, we have to lift our toes to clear the ground. So that's the second step. We are going to do 12 toe raises. Everyone ready? Got 12 of them. 1, let me hear those voices. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Keep that balance. 8, 9, 10. Awesome job, guys. Next step, we're adding to what we just worked on. So we just worked on those toe raises. Next thing, we're going to do marches, alternating. But the key here is to focus on lifting those toes up. So not keeping those toes drop down. Lift them up. Lift them all the way up before we bring that foot off the ground. We are going to do 12 total, so 6 on each side. You can also do these sitting down. Sitting on the edge of the chair, marching those feet up, focusing on drawing those toes up. You guys ready? 1, 2, got 6 on each side. 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Nice. We're going to go back through those. So back to our calf raises or our heel raises. We're going to do 12 more. You can hold on to the chair if you need to. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. The more slow and controlled, the better for these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going back to our toe raises. Again, have a chair nearby if you need to. 1, we're doing 12 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really try to get those toes up. 8, there we go. This is the hard one. 9, 10, 2 more. 11, 12. Awesome job. Doing 12 more marches, 6 on each side. Use those big voices when you're counting these out. We got 1. There we go. 2, remember, really draw those toes up first. 3, 4, 5, 6, and rest. Great job, guys. Next thing we're going to work on is single leg stability. So those marches we just did, we're trying to hold those for 10 seconds. We're going to do 3 on each side, keeping those toes drawn up the whole time. Again, if you need a chair, that's important here. If you're sitting down, what I want you to do is I want you to hold that foot up, hold those toes up, working those hip flexors. Keep that tall posture and engage that core. Or if you have somebody with you, stand up, have them stand next to you. Try to just draw those toes up off the floor as you lift one leg. You don't have to hold it for all 10 seconds, but that's the goal. So single leg stability, keeping those toes drawn up, 10 seconds. Ready, set, and go. Keeping those toes up here. Stabilizing. This works on the stability of the ankle that is on the floor, as well as the strength in the hip of the leg that's up. That's why we want to keep those toes drawn. There we go. And rest. Great job. We're going to go the other side. You ready? And go. Nice. Keep it up. Again, keep those toes drawn all the way up. Try not to let that leg fall. You want to try and keep it up as high as you can, and rest. That was round 1. We got 2 more rounds. We're doing 3 sets of these, 10 seconds each time. You guys ready? Get set. Let's go. So holding it again, have a counter nearby. If you don't feel comfortable stabilizing on one leg, that is perfectly fine. And rest. We're going to switch legs. This is round 2. Ready? Holding it. Keeping those toes drawn up here. On this last round, I'm going to show you it from the side view. Keep holding. There it is. And rest. So from the side view, same thing. Ready? And go. That ankle might be wobbling just a little bit, but that's okay because we are working on that ankle stability here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. The last one. You guys ready? This is the last one for stabilizing. And go. Good job. Keep going. And rest. Awesome job there, guys. These next exercises, we are going to be taking a seat. They're much easier to do while sitting down. Like I said earlier, we're working on some ankle mobility. So one of those is eversion and inversion, which means the rolling of our ankles. Some motion on our ankles is also very, very important, but it's really important to make sure we strengthen it so that way we don't roll those ankles both in or out. So this next exercise, we are going to be doing 20 of them. And what it is, it's a very minor, slight motion, but you're going to be trying to push that big toe into the ground for the start of the motion and then switch to the pinky toes pushing into the ground for the second. So it's going to be all the way going in and out. That's 1. So we got 20 total here. And if you notice, it's a very slight minor movement and there's not much motion in my knees. If you have really good ankle mobility, there shouldn't be any motion in those knees. So as you see, my hands are on my knees. As my feet move, not much motion. That's the key. We don't want to be moving those knees in and out here. We got 20 of them. Everyone ready? Got 1. So remember, in and out, that's 2. 3, 4. Keep these slower. 5. The slower the better because that means more control. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8 more, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome job. Another key with those is making sure we're not going all the way out onto those sides of the feet. We just want to push the big toes in and the toes in, pinky toes. That's it. The next exercise that we are going to do is we are going to do big steps forward, big steps back. Pretend like you're stepping over some hurdles in front of you, over a box. It's got to be big. We want to really raise those feet up, stomping those feet the entire time. We are going to do 10 of them. Try to focus on the things we worked on earlier, raising those toes up before you place that foot, striking with the heel as you bring those feet together and then go backward. That's the key here. We got 10 of them. Everybody ready? Get set and go. Big voices here. That's 1. Yell it out for me. That's 2. There we go. Really drive those feet. 3. Big motions. That's 4. There it is. 5. Halfway. If you need a counter next to you, that's great. 6. 7. There we go. Big motions. 8. 9. And 10. Awesome. We are going to be going to our next exercise, which are heel to toes, rocking back and forth. We're going to alternate which foot is forward and which is back. The key here is draw those toes up. As you heel strike, rolling onto the next foot, the toes will be the only thing on the ground the back foot, and then we will roll back. So we're gonna do 5 on each side or 10 total. We're going 1. There you go. 2. Take these slow. 3. 4. 5. Good job, guys. Keep it going. 6. Take big steps here. 2. 7. 8. You should have about 1.5 foot length in front. 9. 1 more. 10. Good. So whenever we take steps, we want them to be really big. If you notice, there's about 1.5 to 2 feet length between my toe and my heel. So that's really important for all of these big steps today. So we are going to go back to those giant steps forward, giant steps back. We are doing 7 of them this time. So we're cutting those numbers down here. You guys ready? 7 of them. We got big steps forward, big back. That's 1. Yell out those numbers for me. That's 2. That's 3. Nice. 4. 5. Got 2 more. 6. And 7. Awesome job. We are now going to be working lateral steps. So for these, we're still working on those big steps. We're just going to be going forward and backward. Remember those opposite arms. So really taking the time to focus on those. Still want to focus drawing those toes up. So we clear the ground. Pretend like there's a huge hurdle you're stepping over with both legs. We are going to be doing 10 of these. We got 10 total. Everyone ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep those arms going. Even if you mess up 1 or 2, just try to focus back on them. Switch them back to normal. So that part can be a little confusing when we're doing side steps. It's just important to take that time to slow them down and really think about them and focus. We are going to go back to those heel to toe rolling steps. Again, these we're focusing on that heel strike. Holding onto a table, a wall, a counter. Having somebody with you can be so helpful for these motions right here to break them down. We are going to go 10 steps total. So 5 on each side. We're starting with the left. 1. There you go. 2. 3. Opposite arms for this as well. 4. 5. Rolling those steps all the way through. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good job. That was awesome. We are going to go back to those huge side steps. Again, we're not going to go chest open for these. We're going to go arms alternating. So as we step back and forth, we're going to alternate those arms. We have 10 of them. Ready? We got 1, 2, there we go. 3, stepping really big. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Another set of forward, backwards. That is the next motion. These also can be called monster walks. If you have the space to do it, take multiple steps forward and multiple steps back. That's perfectly fine. Still try to make it 10 forward, 10 back. But you can do additional if you feel confident and comfortable to do that. We're going to do 10 of them again. Ready? Go. Big forward. That's 1. 2. Big voices. Want to hear those numbers. 3. 4. 5. 6. There it is. 7. 8. 9, last one. And that's 10. Great job. We have another set of those side steps. This time, we're gonna go big chest. Open those arms up. Big steps. Arms together as your legs come together. It's gonna be really important. Ready? Got 10 of them total. So 5 on each side. We got 1, 2, big step, 3, all the way over that hurdle, 4, 5, nice, 6, 7, 8, 9, draw those toes up, 10. Good job. Last 2 exercises for today. We are going to use our chair to help us stabilize. So for this one, you're going to turn sideways. We're going to do leg out to the side. However, when you're doing these, you really need to focus, kicking that heel out first. So my foot is completely in a straight line, not letting that leg open up and those toes come forward. Going straight out to the side here. If you're able to do these without a chair, that's great. That really helps the stability. But if you notice, my torso isn't tipping. Keeping that upper body straight, engaging that core, just that leg is moving back and forth. Again, holding onto that chair. If you are sitting down, you can also sit on the edge of the chair, extend your leg fully out in front of you, and bring that leg out to the side, then back to the center. Again, focusing on that heel, leading that foot, not letting those toes lead. We have 5 of them on each leg. Ready? Got 1. There you go. 2. This also works on ankle stability. 3, 4, 5. And we're switching legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Next thing, holding onto that chair if you need to, we're going to go soccer kicks to the midline, meaning we're working the inside of those thighs. You can also do it standing, so bringing that foot past the center of your body, back out. Sitting in a chair, you're going to bring those toes. Now, I want those toes on an angle. Pointing that foot at about a 45-degree angle, toes going to the side. You're going to bring that foot to the center and back. You should feel this on the inside of that thigh. So we're going to do 5 on each side. Again, holding on to that chair for stability. You guys ready? Go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. We are going to switch legs now. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. We are going to go back through those one more time, and this will be the last thing for today. These really work on those hip stability, so that way we have much more stable hips, which is important for all of our walking. So that way we're able to take those nice big steps, keeping our feet straight forward. So we got 5 more out to the side. Again, standing without a chair if you can. We're going 1, 2, keep that torso tight. 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2. Don't let that torso tip. 3, 4, 5. We got those midline kicks next. Again, if you're sitting down, angling that foot, bringing it to the center. Bring it back down. For those of us standing, bringing that foot to the center and back. 5 each side. That is it for today. You guys ready? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job. We are going to go through a few stretches just to loosen those legs back up. But thank you guys for joining today. So we are going to start with our feet spread apart. We're going to reach down towards the center, stretching out the backs of those legs. We're going to roll our way slowly back up. Reach for the ceiling. Holding for a few counts. Then rolling back down. This time, I want you to walk those hands over to the left foot. Hold for 3 deep breaths. Walk those hands back to the center. And then over to the right side. Hold for 3 deep breaths. Walk the hands again back to the center. Slowly roll back up and reach for the ceiling. Great job today, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining us.